Hey everyone, my name is Sydney and today I'm going to be showing you all of my American Girl dolls in the order that I received them, and I'm very excited because this is my first video for my YouTube channel, so I hope you guys enjoy and let's jump on into the video. So my very first American Girl doll was Kittridge, and I received her in 2009 from my grandparents, and she was my very first doll that started my whole collection. And as a kid, I feel like I took really good care of her. Her hair is still in great condition. I have tightened her limbs though in the past, but she is just a beautiful doll. She's definitely one of my favorite historical characters, and I do have most of her collection. She has the most of all my dolls in her collection, but I do wish to get more of her collection, and I love that they re-released her this past year, so that's awesome, and she is definitely one of my favorites. She'll always hold a special place in my heart. Next we have Ruthie, who is Kit's best friend, and she was my second doll. I received her in 2009 from my dad for my 5th grade graduation party. It was really fun. I didn't think I would get her that day, I remember, but she is also one of my childhood dolls, and she is just so stunning and very photogenic. And again, I feel like I took pretty good care of her growing up. Her hair is a little frizzy on the ends, but I have given her like little trims. But she again is a beautiful doll and definitely one of my favorites, and I love the best friend dolls. I wish they would come back. Next is Molly McIntyre, and I got her in 2010 from my grandparents, and she is another one of my childhood dolls along with Kit and Ruthie, where I feel like, you know, I tried to take care of their hair and do the best I could. So she is another historical I love her collection. I feel like I do have quite a bit of Molly's outfits, and I love her outfits, and I'm glad American Girl brought her back, and hopefully they'll bring back other stuff from her collection in the future, but Molly is definitely a special one. This is Mia, and she is Girl of the Year of 2008, but I got her from my grandparents off eBay in 2011 or 2012. I don't really remember. I want to say 2012, but she was brand new in box when my grandma found her on eBay, and she was in literally perfect condition. The only thing I will say, she does have a little shine mark on her nose, but it's not super noticeable. But her original braid is in, and she is definitely one of my favorites. I remember looking through the catalogs as a kid, and I remember loving her, Kit, and Samantha. So but she later retired and I wasn't able to get her, but I was so happy to find her, and again, she was perfect in box and I love her so much. She's definitely one of my favorites. This is Sage, and she is Girl of the Year 2013, and I got her at the American Girl Place Miami when it was still open in 2013, the year she came out. And I got her along with Rebecca, but I've since sold Rebecca. But she is the only doll in my current collection that I've gotten from the American Girl Place Miami, so I'm very happy to have her. And I do have some outfits from her collection. I can't believe I've had her for 10 years now, just realizing that. But she is definitely a beautiful, striking doll. She has really pretty eyes, and her hair is gorgeous and long, and it still has kept the curl over the years. So yeah, this is Sage. This is Mary, and I got her at the American Girl Doll store Atlanta in 2019, and I absolutely love her. She's definitely one of my favorites. Again, I love the dolls with hazel eyes. I love how her collection is so cute and retro, and I love her time period. So yeah, that's Mary. This is Lorelei, and she is Truly Me 44, and I got her offline in 2019 again, and she is my only doll with the perma panties or the permanent underwear. So but I was just glad that her eyes came good in the mail, because that was around the time that a lot of dolls were coming out with the bad eyes, and I was so relieved to know that she had the good eyes, and I didn't really care about the permanent underwear, but she has beautiful hair. She's one of my, I think my only doll that has this type of wig. Her curls are a little bit looser than Claudia's, but she is definitely a stunner, and I love her in this outfit too. This is Annie, and she is Girl of the Year 2007 Nikki, but she goes by Annie in my collection, and I got off of eBay in 2019 as well, and she was brand new. They said in the description that she had a new head and new limbs, and she was just used as a display doll, so she pretty much was a brand new doll. And her wig is so pretty and curly, and she definitely is another one of my favorites. I know I probably say that for every doll, but she is super cute. And she's never a doll I thought I would get, but I found her for a really good price, and again, she was pretty much brand new. So this is Nelly, and I got her from my grandparents in 2019 from eBay, and she was pretty much new in box. They had used her as a display doll, so she had really nice hair, and she came in her meat outfit and everything. The only thing I did have to do was tighten her limbs, but that happens to old dolls over the years. But she is a doll I had in my first collection when I was younger, and I had sold her. And so I was super surprised and very excited when my grandma surprised me with her again in 2019. This is Melody, and I got her at the American Girl Place Atlanta in 2019, and she is another one of my favorites. I love her clothes from her collection, and I haven't yet read her stories, but I really like her time period too, and she's just super unique. Like, I feel like she looks so different than a lot of other dolls, and she is such a cutie. Yeah, that's Melody. This is Blair, and I got her the same day as Melody in 2019 at the American Girl store Atlanta. I also got her ears pierced that day. I remember just having such a fun day. That was the last time I went to the American Girl store Atlanta. That was the first store I ever went to, and I just remember it being such a fun day at the bistro, and of course getting 2 new dolls. It was also very special because of that, but I was very fortunate to get Blair as well. This is Samantha Parkington, and I got her in 2019 off eBay. Again, she was like Nelly. She was brand new in box. She was made probably around 2008, 2009, which I thought was perfect. I always wanted like a Samantha doll from the time that I first started collecting, and I was so happy to have found her on eBay. But she came with her meat dress and her box and everything. She was used as a display doll as well, and she is just such a classic doll. I feel like when you think of American Girl, you can't help but think of Samantha because she is the first. So yeah, I absolutely love Samantha. She is another one of my favorite historical characters, and I'm so happy to have her in my collection. This is Riley, Girl of the Year 2020 Joss, and I got her in 2020 at the American Girl store Orlando, and she is another very unique doll. I love her hearing aid. She looks cute in a lot of different outfits, and she's also one of my husband's favorite dolls. This is Kira, and she is Girl of the Year 2021, and I love her so much. She's probably more like my look-alike doll out of all my dolls. I would love to get like a mini-me doll, but until then, Kira is definitely the closest, I feel, to me from all my dolls in my collection. She has the dark green eyes. I love her collection. This like pinkish purple color is very Kira. I feel like when I see that color, I think of this doll. She has beautiful hair. Her hair kind of reminds me of Barbie in a way, but she is another one of my favorites in my collection, and my husband bought me her from the American Girl store Orlando in 2021. This is Kirsten. Kirsten, I've heard it said a bunch of different ways, but I say Kirsten, and she is the 35th anniversary doll that they came out with in 2021, I believe. And she is just another classic. I never thought I would own a Kirsten doll because by the time I started collecting, she was already retired. So when I heard they were coming out with all the other dolls again for the 35th anniversary, I knew I just had to get her. So my grandma actually bought her for me offline, and when she came in the mail, I was just floored of how perfect she is. I love her meat outfit. I think this is probably my favorite meat outfit out of all the historical characters. I keep her in this outfit more often than not because she just looks so cute in it. I have taken out her braids before. It was very stressful to put them back in, so I probably won't do that again. This is Ava, and she is Truly Me 66, and I got her at the American Girl Place Orlando in 2021, and she is another doll I never thought I would own, but I did have my eye on her for a while between her and the one that looks just like her with curly hair. I'm not sure her number, but she really stood out to me when I saw her in person. She again looks very similar to Josefina, but I have had Josefina in the past and I really want to try to collect more Truly Me's, but she is a beautiful doll, very photogenic, and another favorite in my collection. I also got her ears pierced that same day that I got her at the store in Orlando. I try to do that with most of my modern dolls. I like having their ears pierced, but I think she's one of 5 in my collection that has her ears pierced. This is Claudia, and I got her in 2022 online when she came out. I saw her photos leak on Instagram and I was like, this doll is gonna be stunning, I have to get her. And then when I saw her collection and the fact that she's from the 1920s, I love everything about Claudia. I feel like she can do no wrong. She is a stunning doll. Everyone seems to love her, and I do too. I love her book. I am excited to get her new book and read that one when it comes out. But she's a gorgeous doll. Her hair is a little, I find, tricky to take care of, but if you just keep it simple and just like use water and be gentle with her, she's a really great doll to just have in your collection. I recommend her to everyone. This is Rory, Truly Me 122. My husband bought her for me last year for our anniversary, and she is sisters with Riley. She's the younger sister. And a few months ago I went to the American Girl store and I got her ears pierced, and she is wearing one of the new outfits from the Truly Me line. I think it's called Orange You Glad It's Summer outfit, and I think it really suits her. This is Isla, and she is a renamed Isabel doll. I got her at the American Girl Place Orlando with her twin sister, who I'll show you next. But I opened her first, and I saved up and I got both of them, and I got a couple outfits from their collection. It was kind of like a big deal. I was like really wanting both of them, so I saved up, and I did have trouble, I feel like, trying to find the right one for Isla. A couple of her eyes were a little wonky, or the eyebrows, the eyelashes, but I was happy I found her. And I did take off her bottom eyelashes. I think she looks better without them, but she is super cute. I love her hair. They did a great job on both the twins' hair, very high quality. So yes, this is Isla. And last but not least, this is Nova. She is a renamed Nikki doll, twin sisters with Isla, and I got them the same day at the American Girl Place Orlando 3 months ago, and I absolutely love her. I love how unique she is with her blonde streak in the front, and how they made her like kind of like punk rock, and she's definitely like a little tomboy, but she makes 20 dolls total in my collection.